Welcome to EPG Pathsala. I am Dr. P.J. Sebastian, Professor, Faculty of General and Adapted Physical Education and Yoga, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda University, Coimbatore campus. Today, I would like to talk to you about status of coaching in India and the current trend in India. The following are the learning objectives: to understand the status of present sports coaching, to know the various sports coaching programs, to learn the coaching trend, to know the system of preparing suitable persons, and to know the current system and trend in coaching. Professional preparation is the process of preparing a generally qualified person to practice a suitable profession in life. This type of preparation is very essential to develop an optimal professional competency. This gives him more confidence to handle various professional issues easily and successfully. Among the various professions, sports coaching is one of the most challenging tasks. There are very effective systems and institutions to prepare professionally qualified persons in any branch of sports coaching. We would like to discuss about the present trends in coaching. More emphasis will be given to the results of coaching in India. The status of sports coaching in India depends on the following factors, namely sports coaches training program, number 2, coaching challenges and strategies, number 3, leadership potential, number 4, work-life balance, number 5, changing identities, number 6, engaging consumers in the 21st century, number 7, always be innovative, number 8, coaching top tips for young people, number 9, inclusion and diversity coaching, number 10, research in sports coaching, number 11, healthier future, number 12, exciting sports coaching career, and number 13 is Center of Excellence. Sports coaches training program in India. Master's degree in sports coaching. This is a professional coaching course and the duration is for 2 years. Both theory and practical classes will be conducted with an aim to prepare competent, professionally qualified coaches. They take up their profession in the most dignified manner and on par with other professions. The curriculum consists of sports science subjects and includes both theory and practical classes. Apart from these subjects, intensive training is given in the specialized game, and that includes both theory and practical classes. Their classes are being handled by highly reputed and experienced sports scientists and coaches. When the situation demands, even specialists from outside the country are invited and lectures are arranged. They have to complete a sports project as part of fulfilling their requirement. Diploma course. This is a professional coaching course and the duration is for a year. Both theory and practical classes will be conducted with an aim to prepare competent, professionally qualified coaches to take up their profession in the most dignified and serious manner. The curriculum consists of sports science subjects and includes theory and practical classes. Apart from these subjects, intensive training is given in the specialized game and includes both theory and practical classes. These classes are being handled by highly reputed and experienced sports scientists and coaches. They themselves are highly trained both from abroad and India. Certificate course. This is also a professional training course and the duration is for 6 weeks. This type of course is conducted to improve the professional competence of the in-service personnel involved in sports coaching. This is also aimed at imparting the latest technological changes and the developments so as to use the same in their workplaces. This can improve the quality of the professional outputs of the coaching personnel. This course invites more number of in-service teachers who can continue coaching with a greater zeal. Refresher courses. Refresher courses in various games and sports events are continuously conducted, especially for those who are working as coaches. The duration of the course is generally 2 to 3 weeks, and the classes are being handled by specialists both from India and abroad. This course is being welcomed by all the professional coaches. There is a high demand for this course as it is really handy and more useful. Skill development certificate courses. Skills and knowledge are the driving forces of growth and development in any field of specialization. The countries with better and higher levels of skilled professionals adjust more effectively to the challenges and opportunities of globalization. The basic problem with our skill development system is that it is non-responsive to the demands of the market. The demand and supply mismatch on several counts, for example, in number, quality and skill types. It's even more so in the field of sports. Therefore, in order to develop the skills of our youth in various fields, directly or indirectly related to sports, the institute has decided to start 20 skill development courses with the following objectives. Come and Play scheme. The new Come and Play scheme is being formulated and launched at NIS Patiala, SAI head office, and also at other centers of SAI on 9th October 2011. The Pay and Play scheme, which is already in operation at NIS and other centers of SAI, will continue simultaneously. To provide skill development, vocational training to school teachers, existing sports coaches, experts, physical education teachers, etc., to improve their employability by optimally utilizing the infrastructure available in private, government institutions and the sports industry. To build competency, standards, course curriculum, learning material and assessment standards. Priority will be given to the candidates covering the age from 18 to 45 years to enable them to learn employable skills in order to get gainful employment. The main objective is to impart coaching primarily to beginners, to encourage mass participation in sports and for optimum utilization of the available sports infrastructure. Coaching challenges and strategies. There is a very big challenge in front of all of us in training the professionals so that we can prepare more qualified and knowledgeable coaching personnel for effective management of the coaching task. To tackle these issues, one must have sufficient knowledge, professional competence and the know-how of the latest technology. This can help them to grow on par with other professionals. The coaching challenges are coaching preparation to implement the objectives more effectively. A wider spectrum of subjects may be introduced to meet today's challenges. To involve more women in the coaches making process. Area of sports training needs to be introduced in the curriculum. Training of sports persons for higher level competitions and job opportunities must be increased. The following are some of the strategies. Strategies are the ways and means to execute any work successfully. When we think about the whole country, then the strategy must be very effective and more practical. We may follow the following model for a successful implementation. to implement a mass awareness program for physical training. Number 2, to improve teacher preparation standards. Number 3, to use the research findings in practice. Number 4, to conduct short-term courses to update knowledge. Number 5, to emphasize the need to be creative. Number 6, to encourage mass participation in physical activities. Number 7, to encourage women participation in physical activities. Number 8, to form a national body for physical education. Number 9, to improve the professional standard in coaching. And number 10, to improve the physical fitness of the society members. Number 11, to make movement education more of a practical science. Number 12, to make the society aware of physical training and fitness. Number 13, to make this profession a more respected one in the society. 14, to organize competition at the village and taluk levels. Number 15, to prepare more qualified and efficient leaders. And number 16, to reach the research findings to the physical educators. These are some of the challenges and strategies that when achieved may help us to attain the goal of physical education. Physical education is a science of its own. Sports coaching and sports performance are the two branches. Like any other profession, coaching profession also has all required training, qualification and other professional requirements. This type of training enables a person to suitably prepare himself for the profession. The science of sports coaching offers an attractive career for the trained persons. Since sports achievements are very valuable, there is a suitable career achievement and appreciation. With sufficient knowledge in sports training, it is possible to become a competent sports coach. State and central governments have several schemes for the promotion of physical education and sports. These schemes help to bring more people into their folds and make physical education and sport an integral part of the educational process. Leadership potential. Students can learn to compete with others and improve their own standards in a controlled situation on the playing field with a set of strict rules and boundaries. Learn to cooperate with others and learn to win gracefully and lose with dignity. Leadership potential is realized within a team situation and general social development is promoted. This sounds very competitive and old-fashioned, but the fact is life is competitive. We compete for school places, university places and jobs, and we need to prepare students, particularly young ones, to cope with life in the workplace. Sport has the power to enable you to channel the energy in a manner that may create valuable citizen through developing social skills, teaching cooperation, teamwork and the ability to abide by rules and boundaries. Work-life balance. It's a fact that those who enjoy sport often have good work-life balance with the ability to achieve both academically and socially. A coach needs to be a strong example of commitment, nurture young players, offer constructive advice and praise where praise is due. Qualitative feedback is crucial in their development as players and as young people in life. It can build confidence, independence and leadership, provide an outlet for frustration and also build lasting friendships. A coach needs to give 100% of his efforts and sometimes that's tough. However, Players know if you are passionate about what you do, and a loyal bond develops between both. No one wants to let anyone down when in a team, and it's a value that continues into the workplace and across a variety of life situations too. Changing identities. Sport must fit in with consumer needs to share their lives through social media and create their own life story. Coaching must seek to become part of people's public identity. It's cool to coach could be an emphasis suggested by Kevin Boring, sports coach, United Kingdom board member and head of professional coach development program. Engaging consumers in the 21st century. As a growing population, we are now more demanding, empowered and selfish. Loyalty has gone. Each consumer is looking for the best offer for them. Coaching hasn't adapted to this yet, but must look to offer bespoke services for the individual. The report finished not with conclusions but aspirations for the coaching community over the next decade. Namely, coaching is recognized for the benefits it brings to society. Coaching is delivered across a range of settings to a range of people. There is a flexible and agile coaching workforce reflecting society. Coaching embraces technology. A diagram summarizing what coaching might look like in 2025, created as a result of the studies by the coaching committee, was shared under the title of The Coaching Universe. This confirms the need for a change. By simply doing more of the same, coaching and participation will fall behind in the modern age, is the opinion shared by wise and experienced coaches. Always be innovative. Coaching as such is independent and individualized. Sports coaching is taken up by persons played the same game or sports event. Hence, there will be a huge personal touch of the coach concerned. This beyond doubts will have some kind of innovation or change that attributes to the person's individual thinking and nature. Innovation is today's attraction to take up some task in life. To successfully continue, practice and improve, the person must have certain innovation mixed with it. Innovation brings in more participation of coaching professionals, participants and the overall effect. Earning also is an advantage. Coaching top tips for young people. Get to know the kids you coach. It makes planning the sessions easier and more fun oriented. Have fun. Give the kids no option but to come back. Show enthusiasm at all times. Make the instructions clear and precise. Keep them simple. Make sure they understand. Ask them what they think. Keep them involved and keep checking whether they are enjoying coaching. Join in yourself. Have a laugh. Have fun with the kids. Child loves fun. Get the kids to share ideas. Get the kids talking. Respect young people who come for sport coaching and how they want to play. Have perseverance. Remember the wise saying, try and try again and you will win at last. Always have new ideas. Use utmost imagination. Be open-minded. Don't think you are always right. Adapt the coaching session for the area and the participants. Do more classes for young people with disability. Have some adapted activities and gadgets on hand. coaching will be unified in nature. Inclusion and diversity coaching. If there is a compelling business case for gender equality, why do we still have such distinct underrepresentation of women in coaching? To mark International Women's Day 2016, it's appropriate to have a look at the arguments and try and provide some solutions that would help to modify the aims. This holds sense to have persons with disabilities also in the mainstream of children undergoing coaching to emphasize more the unified concept. Diversity in coaching is thus fulfilled if the coach is aware of it. Research in sports coaching. Research is the ultimate solution for development, innovation and achievement of sports skills as in others. Sports coaching technology has tremendously improved. Examples are plenty. Sports persons are very much convinced and satisfied about the quality of the changed technology being used. Research has paved the way for the use of personalized sports equipments, sports kit, sports equipments like running shoes, hockey sticks, football boots, masks, bats and rackets are made to meet the individual needs. This is the pride of sports research, and sports manufacturers spend a lot of money in research to meet the immediate need of people. Healthier future. Health is the ultimate gift a person gets by his continuous physical training. He is the one who will hold himself as a health model for the entire society. Health is very precious and we must try hard continuously to improve. Healthy society is the slogan of today. The famous saying is as follows: when wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When character is lost, something is lost. When health is lost, everything is lost. Regular sports training is the only remedy to attain and remain healthy. Exciting sports coaching career. Working as a coach is really exciting. The news that the team is turning professional is perhaps a step I don't think would arrive quite so soon, but a fantastic recognition of the success. Perhaps more importantly for young players, it provides a vision of the future. In my full-time role, I have the luxury of being able to work across a wide range of areas, including the development of the game across the pathway. This could range from working in schools, engaging girls into the game for the first time, to coaching players of tomorrow. Currently, there are going to be girls indoor tournaments to motivate them. These projects will certainly give girls the chance to play a game from the non-traditional playing population. So, it's fair to say that there is plenty going on. Center of Excellence. In order to build up proficiency of budding talented sports persons for excellence at the international level, Sports Authority of India has set up centers of excellence at a number of places in the country. One such center is set up at Bangalore Sai Center itself in October 2000. This center of excellence is being operated as a regular coaching camp for the best available talented sports person in India. This scheme is designed to train 2 or possible 3 concurrent layers of highly skilled sports persons to give a wider choice of talent and continuity in scientific training for the selection to the national teams. Initially, it was planned to introduce training in 6 sports disciplines, but later on it was decided to give training in 4 sports disciplines, namely athletics, cycling, judo and hockey. Highly qualified and experienced coaches were appointed exclusively for handling these talented and promising sports persons. Future of sports coaching. There are varieties of sport and physical activities on offer now, and we need to encourage everyone to take part whatever their ability may be. Within sports, I believe that one should set tasks that are achievable. I believe in setting goals that can be easily achieved to build more confidence and to continue coaching. You should then set some goals that can be achieved with practice and some long-term goals that may be motivational. Ensure success can be achieved, build confidence and then challenge them to achieve more if possible. To know who wants pushing harder to achieve more and be sensitive to those who want a little bit of physical training. Education and sport often let young people down by accepting mediocrity. Coaches need to stimulate and lead by example to develop independent, competent and especially ambitious young women. Everything is possible with the right guidance. Sport has a great role to play in life. The second major responsibility of the institute is the management of national coaching camps. Before participating in the international competitions in various sports, especially the priority disciplines namely athletics, boxing, hockey women, weightlifting and wrestling, camps are held. The first priority is the senior national camps, while the junior national camps are also undertaken with equal seriousness. The national coaching camps in various sports disciplines for international competitions at home and overseas are held at different venues in the country under the support of the concerned national federations and directly under the supervision of Sports Authority of India. International standard training facilities are provided at NIS Patiala, SAI Bangalore, SAI Calcutta and the High Altitude Training Center Shilaru. Sports persons are provided comfortable stay in the institute with nutritious food besides training facilities. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports fully meets financial implications involved in running the camps. The government provides the following facilities: free board and lodging, training kit, competition and ceremonial kits and equipment support. The national coaching camps are supervised by Indian and foreign coaches as and when recommended by the federation concerned and approved by Sports Authority of India. The national coaching camps are given scientific support by the scientific staff by conducting periodical scientific evaluation. These tests are carried out by experienced scientists from the Department of General Theory and Methods of Training, Sports Medicine, Physiology, Sports Psychology, Sports Anthropometry, Biochemistry and Nutrition that are existing in the Faculty of Sports Sciences at NIS Patiala and SAI Bangalore. To know the progress of the national camps, monitoring committee meetings are held periodically to assess the progress of sports persons before their participation in major international competitions. Representatives of the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, IOA, federations, SAI and government observers, experts and national coaches attend such meetings. To organize the national coaching camps, the federations concerned chalk out yearly calendar for training and competition in conjunction with Sports Authority of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports and IOA. The yearly training plan is formulated by national coaches and training methods experts. This includes periodization of training, competitions, performance and fitness targets, conduct of scientific evaluations, namely fitness, medical, biochemical, anthropometrical, psychological and physiological. For such mega events as Olympics, Commonwealth Games and Asian Games, special coaching camps are held for elite sports persons and the training will be closely monitored and the performance watched before the final selection of the Indian contingent. Sports Authority of India Training Center. The main objectives of this scheme is to nurture junior sports talent scientifically who had attained excellence at sub-junior level and induct them into the sports training centers for further scientific and in-depth coaching on a long-term basis. In order to build up proficiency of budding sports persons, SAI Training Center under the administrative control of Sports Authority of India, Patiala, is running hostel and day boarding schemes for the selected players in the following 4 disciplines: cycling, fencing, hockey and wushu. Skill development certificate courses. Skills and knowledge are the driving forces of growth and development in any field of specialization. The countries with better and higher levels of skilled professionals adjust more effectively to the challenges and opportunities of globalization. A basic problem with our skill development system is that non-responsive to the demands of the market. The demand and supply mismatch on several counts, for example, in number, quality and skill types. It's even more so in the field of sports. Therefore, in order to develop the skills of our youth in various fields, directly or indirectly related to sports, the institute has decided to start 20 skill development courses with the following objectives: to provide skill development, vocational training to school leavers, existing sports coaches, experts, physical education teachers and so on, to improve their employability by optimally utilizing the infrastructure available in government, private institutions and the sports industry. To build capacity in the area of sports development of competency standards, course curriculum, learning material and assessment standards in the country. Priority will be given to the candidates covering the age from 18 to 45 years to enable them to learn employable skills in order to get gainful employment. Thank you all of you.